Check it out, gang. If you are doing a shoulder press or a push-up or a floor press and you have shoulder pain, then this video is for you. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you through a series of stretches and exercises that are gonna help restore a pain-free press. So let's go and get right into it. The first exercise is a chest stretch. Now, if your chest is too tight, it's going to pull your shoulder into an angle that's just going to cause you a bunch of grief, which could even run down into your elbow, maybe even in your wrist. So let's go and stretch that out. Now, the big thing here, you can use anything, countertop, chair, whatever. You can go thumbs up or you can go thumbs down like I'm doing, whichever feels more in your chest. You have to make sure, this is important, that your hand is in line with your ear or your chin. Don't let it go too low, otherwise you're not going to feel anything in this stretch. Go ahead and pause the video and do 2 minutes on each boob. Go. This next one's called the rear deltoid smash. Now you can see where I'm grabbing the back of my shoulder with my fingertips. You're gonna grab a lacrosse ball, a baseball, golf ball, whatever you got a hold of, and then just put it right back there. Now you're gonna bend your elbow and you're just gonna roll over to your side. So you wanna keep that arm at a 90-degree angle relative to your body, and then this is the easy part. You're just going to try to put your palm flat on the ground, and then you're gonna try to put the back of your palm on the ground. And you're just gonna do this back and forth for 2 minutes on each shoulder. Go ahead and pause the video, smash it out. This next one's called the trap smash. Now, if you have a desk job and you're sitting at your desk or you're looking at a screen for most of the day, these muscles have a tendency to get really tight. So we're gonna put a lacrosse ball between our trap and something that's nice and sturdy like a wall. If you have a squat rack, use that. And you're just gonna wave your arm around, up and down, up and down. And you can also start looking away from that ball and you can look back up towards the ceiling, whatever. You're gonna smash out each trap for 2 minutes. So pause the video, wail on these bad boys. Okay, this next one is called the prayer stretch. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start off in this quadruped position, making sure that your hips are above your knees, and then you're gonna reach across your body, grab this imaginary peg on the opposite side of your body, and you're just gonna sit back. So what this is doing is this is stretching out our lats. Now it's very important that you make sure that you start with your hips above your knees, because if you start with your hips basically on your heels, you're not gonna feel this stretch. Now, something to consider while you're doing this stretch is while I'm grabbing onto my right side or my left side, whatever hand is up over your head, lean that direction. So if my right hand is up, lean towards your right, and that's just gonna help increase the effectiveness of this stretch. So I want you guys to go ahead and do 2 minutes on each one of these prayer stretches. Be sure to take your time. You can have your palm up like I'm doing right now, or you can put your palm flat down on the ground, whatever helps you get a better stretch. Go ahead and pause the video, stretch up both sides. Go. All right, the next step in this process is to activate the muscles that are supposed to be holding your shoulder blades in the right spot. So we're gonna start off by doing some prone IYTs. This is an I. My hands are directly up above my head, and I'm trying to raise my arms, not with my shoulders or my traps that we smashed out earlier. I want this to be felt right in between my shoulder blades. So take your time as you're doing these. I want you guys to accumulate 15 reps at each angle, at the I, the Y, and the T. But I want you to take your time. If you don't feel it in between your shoulder blades right off the bat, hold your arms up there as long as you need to until those muscles start to kick in. Right now I'm doing a Y, and this is the second hardest one. The I is the hardest one to feel the shoulder blades on, followed by the Y, and the T is the easiest, which is where I'm at right now. And I want you to start on the I because I want you to have enough energy to be able to do this the right way. So go ahead and pause the video, do 15 I's, 15 Y's, 15 T's, focusing very intently on getting this in between your shoulder blades. Pause the video, do it up. Okay, this next one is subtle, and it may not even seem relevant to a bench press or a push-up or a shoulder press or anything like that, but it is paramount. Now look at my lower back. It's arched quite a bit. That's just the normal arch of my back. I'm gonna suck my belly button in and squeeze my glutes, and I'm gonna try to get that lower back flat against the ground. Now I'm also gonna try to press my hands into my stomach just to make sure my abs stay tight while I'm doing this. Then I'm gonna bring a leg up, put it down, Bring the other leg up and put that back down. Now, the whole point of this exercise is to not let your lower back move at all as your feet are moving. And we want to make sure that we have our abs tight like this, because when we're doing our presses, our push-ups, anything like that, we have to keep our rib cage in the same spot. Otherwise, our shoulder is susceptible to moving around way too much. And that stability comes from your abs. So I want you guys to do a whole minute's worth of marches. Now look at my back. It's moving when my leg comes up and then it goes back down. Don't let that happen. Pause the video, accumulate 1 minute. Go. Our last activation exercise is the tried and true tricep extension. Now I'm showing you the overhead tricep extension, and I want you guys to make sure that if you're going this route, you get your abs tight, point your elbows up to the ceiling, and then get that big full range of motion. I prefer people to do a dumbbell in each hand. That way each arm is pulling its own weight. Now this isn't the only way to do a tricep extension. You could also do the kickbacks, which is where you have them like this, and you just send those dumbbells back. And you want to make sure you control that entire range of motion. Don't just fling it back and let gravity bring it forward. Another option is the skull crushers. Same idea, you're just going to point those elbows up to the ceiling and then extend those elbows all the way up. Now, if you only have one dumbbell, you can always do the overhead tricep extension like this, but again, I prefer people to do one dumbbell in each hand so that both arms have to do their own work. I want you guys to go ahead and do 40 total tricep extensions. Pause video, get your reps. Okay, so we've gone through our stretches, we've gone through our activation exercises, and now it's time to make all of these muscles work the way they're supposed to. And we're gonna do that by integrating everything into a push-up. So I want you guys to go either on your knees or on your toes. If you can do them on your toes, it's still not a terrible idea to do these on your knees to make sure that your upper back is nice and fired up. Make sure your triceps are doing just as much work as they were on the tricep extensions, and make sure that your shoulder blades are pinned back and down. Also, make sure you keep your abs tight. Now, don't go this short range of motion stuff right here and let your elbows flare out to the side. That's not what we're going for. It's not going to incorporate everything the way we need it to. Don't let your traps shrug up on you as you're doing that push-up, because then that's not allowing your triceps and your chest to do the work that they're supposed to do. This is not a good rep, and it's not training the muscles to operate the way they're supposed to. Another thing is, don't let your head do this rep for you, right? It's not a heavy metal concert. We're not doing any head banging, so don't do that. Now, don't let your abs come undone as you're doing this either. This is where those marches come into play. If your abs come undone, your pressing power is drastically decreased, whether you're doing a push-up, shoulder press, bench press, floor press, whatever. So make sure your abs stay tight and don't let them fall apart like a crumbly cookie as you're going down, right? Keep your midline tight. Last thing to be mindful of as you're doing these push-ups is timing. Don't let your hips go down first and then your chest follow and then reverse in the opposite direction. Keep everything from your knees to your shoulders or your ankles to your shoulders in one straight line the entire time. My last word of caution about these is, even if you can do push-ups on your toes, it's not a bad idea to do them on your knees to make sure that your shoulders and your chest and your abs are all staying tight and in the right place the entire range of motion. I mean, chest to the floor, arms fully extended. Put your ego aside and learn to do these the right way. I want you guys to accumulate 20 to 30 reps on these push-ups. If you can't do them on your knees, go to an incline, go to a wall. Just make sure you get a full range of motion and control and own the entire rep. Pause the video, get them in there. Here's our moment of truth, gang. If you didn't feel any pain on those push-ups that you just did, but you did at the very beginning, congratulations, you got better. If you have a bench press, go ahead and grab it and give it a few reps and see if you've decreased that shoulder pain. Guys, I hope this video has helped you. If it has, be sure to share it with a friend. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We put out new videos every Thursday to help you learn to move pain-free so you can do what you love without any hitch in your giddy-up. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next video.